Hello and welcome to Adam's Sports Show. I'm Adam Green. This is my sports show. Let's get to some stories. Leading off, the sports world was shaken Tuesday as ESPN reported that Major League Baseball is looking to suspend both Alex Rodriguez and Ryan Braun, among others, for using performance-enhancing drugs. The news is especially devastating with regards to Braun, because it may cause fans to stop believing that famous stereotype that Jews are naturally gifted athletes. At any rate, it's a good thing they don't test for PEDs in media, because without them, I'm not sure I could get through an entire sentence, let alone this whole show. Ooh, that reminds me. Almost forgot to take mine. Sticking with baseball, the league released the early returns for All-Star voting, and former Diamondback Justin Upton leads all outfielders. But I bet he'll look quite the fool when the returns come in for the MLB All-Grit voting. Leading the race to join Upton on the National League roster are the San Francisco Giants. Seriously, like all of them. Anyway, switching sports. Former Arizona basketball player Grant Jarrett, who worked out for the Phoenix Suns this week, said he has no regrets about declaring for the draft after his freshman season. Well, of course that's how he feels. He hasn't gone undrafted yet. Still in basketball, the NBA Finals are set, with LeBron James and the Miami Heat taking on Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. And instead of gouging your eyes out or breaking your TVs, Suns fans, might I recommend a drinking game for you? Here's how it works. 1 drink for every flop. Trust me, it'll be the best way to forget this series ever happened. By the way, if sports are not your thing, the game of 1 drink for every flop is also a good way to get drunk when perusing M. Night Shyamalan's IMDb page. What an impressive list. Now, if drinking is not your thing, this series may ultimately cause it to be. I mean, just think, Suns fans. Boris Diaw is closer to a championship ring than Steve Nash has ever been. And no, Boris, I said championship ring, not onion ring, though you're probably closer to one of those too. Really? Justin, he looked, whatever, that guy. In other NBA news, both Grant Hill and Jason Kidd have decided to call it quits after 18 seasons, ending a pair of excellent careers. And in the process, they made a bunch of us feel very, very old. Moving on. News came out that Bill Callahan will be calling the offensive plays for the Dallas Cowboys instead of head coach Jason Garrett, which shouldn't really be a problem because the terminology for crippling interception should remain the same. Anyway, I think it's just known as a Romo 1. Moving to college. Ohio State President Gordon Gee, who had come under fire recently for some pretty outlandish comments about Catholics in some of the NCAA's smaller conferences, said his remarks were poor attempts at humor. Well, if poor attempts at humor are a cause for retirement, I'm probably about done. But in a conference call discussing his plans, Gee joked, "I've only got a month to ruin the university. I've got to get at it." In response, incoming at Rutgers athletic director Julie Herman said, "A month? Why do you need so much time?" All right, now it's time for the tweet of the week. This one is from the account known as Not Bill Walton, who tweeted, quote, "Since Grant Hill and Jason Kidd both announced their retirement this week, Glenn Robinson will come back for one day just to announce his again." Now, if you remember, Glenn Robinson was taken first overall in the 1994 NBA draft ahead of both Kidd and Grant Hill, and, well, needless to say, his career didn't go nearly as well. Anyway, that's going to do it for this edition of Adam's Sports Show. Thanks for watching. We'll do this again next week, right here on ArizonaSports.com.